So it has been 2 years since the Tiffany B show. The main host here, Tiffany, has been around, and I do apologize for that. I am planning on making more videos in the future on this channel and my new channel that I'll be putting in the description of box below. It is going to be, I believe, Rocker Chick 23 is the actual YouTube name. I tried to put it exactly just like my gamer tag because I'm going to be making gaming videos in the future, playing Hearthstone, Call of Duty, Black Ops 1, 2, and 3 eventually. And all that. I also have a Twitch account which I'll be getting on more frequently, hopefully in the near future, so you can watch me play Hearthstone, which is a lot of fun. I actually like it for it being a card game. But to go ahead and get back more on track, in my last video I talked about hairs and Q&A and like colors and stuff, and I just wanted to give you a little advice to those out there who really want to dye their hair or want their to know how to bleach their hair. So here are a few tips, and if you want to know, just keep on watching. Okay, first off, I know probably a lot of people are going to be asking, or maybe nobody at all, who knows, maybe you guys know what products I use, but specifically for the hair colors that I have right now, the front part of my hair is Siren Song by Manic Panic. I rarely used Manic Panic before in my videos. I had a few issues with some of it on how it was fading and stuff, but my top 3 favorite hair dyes, in number 1 is Directions. It's like $5 if you buy it online. It comes from the UK, and honestly, for it being $5, it works amazing. The consistency is really thick, it's not watery. You get what you pay for, and it stays a long time. And when it fades, that's like my biggest thing. I want to know what it's going to look like when it fades, and honestly, the products I'm going to tell you right now fade really great. So Directions is one. My second favorite is Special Effects. Like, I couldn't decide if Directions was my favorite or Special Effects because they're so good, but that's the order I guess I'm going to put it in. So Directions, Special Effects. With Special Effects, you can also buy them online. If you're in California, though, in Whittier, the city of Whittier, Uptown Whittier 2000, on Greenleaf, they have a store there. It's like a punk store, and they sell Special Effects. But for those of you who aren't in California or out of state, online and I used Rock and Roll Red. So those are all the colors that I used, and I kind of just put them all in my hair, just section. You can see where some parts where I missed, and my roots are actually coming in. But that is pretty much what I did with my hair. And that's what I got going on here. Now, before this, my hair was green. It was light green and it was dark green. So when it came to bleaching, I just used Developer 20, and since it was like already kind of dark at the bottom, it was easy for me to just kind of put a dark color at the bottom, and it was able to coat over it since green is fairly like turns into yellow as it is. So it was pretty easy for me to accomplish multicolored as I did here. For those of you who plan on bleaching your hair or getting it lighter, and you're just too freaked out about bleaching your hair, or you don't want it to burn or damage your hair, trust me, I've been there. I've learned the hard way of how it can happen if you just are really careless about what you do. A solution though, if you don't want to bleach it with the developer and the powder and doing it by yourself, you could buy a box of blonde hair dye, the like super lightest color that you can find. If you've never dyed your hair before, like I said, you can do that. And it usually says on the box to leave it in for, I think, 20 minutes. I usually leave it in for an additional 15 minutes. It doesn't really damage your hair. For me specifically, it didn't. I've always done it when like I let my hair grow and it was like virgin hair and it never was dyed again. I used the box color. So that works if you have dark hair, if you want to lighten it that way. If not, Developer 30 is what you're going to need. And I use blue. I believe that's the name of the product for the powder that you would mix in together. And that's what I do for when you bleach it. For when you're bleaching your hair, the best way to make sure that it's not getting damaged is to constantly check up on it. And what I mean by that is obviously look to see if it's getting light. If it's already at its lightest, that you know, like if you leave it in longer, it's gonna get damaged, just rinse it out. Shampoo, conditioner, all that. But if it's still fairly dark, but you're like, man, I've left it on for quite a bit of time, what you can do is grab a piece of your hair and just tug on the ends. Like how it's crispy, how it just, I could literally do this and it stays like that. This is the only section that's messed up in my hair because of the fact that I accidentally grabbed the wrong tray that I had. I had a developer 40 and had developer 20. Grabbed the 40, put it on. I was like, what did I just do? And because I am super lazy and didn't care, I didn't rinse it out right away. I just left it there, did the rest of my hair, and then rinsed it out. And I was like, oh great, I messed up my hair. But, you know, knowing this girl right here, I just work with it. And this is a product that I use a lot. And it's just oil. And as you can tell, like, I have used so much of this product. And it's really good. I've purchased this at Walgreens. And, you know, if you know of any other products that help out with your hair, of damaged hair, please let me know in the comment section below. I would love to know. But this right here, it helps. It just transforms dry and damaged hair, and I truly do agree. Also, for those of you who are like, oh, I have really greasy hair, or like really oily hair, I should say, I don't know if putting more oil would be a good idea. Well, I usually put this in my hair right after I get out of the shower. Obviously, don't just get a bunch and just like put it all in my hair like if it's shampoo. I just do it on the ends pretty much is what you need. And that helps a lot because usually your ends are what's the driest and you have more oil at the top of your head. For those of you who are still maybe unsure about bleaching your hair, you don't want to gain damage and you don't want to just do it by yourself, I would suggest also going to a salonist and just having a professional do it for you. Just like, I want it bleached, and they should just be able to do that for you. I know I've heard that it can be expensive, but I've never actually went for myself to get it bleached, so I wouldn't really know. And then I know some places will, if you bring in the dye, depending, I mean, I specifically go to Master Cuts to get my hair cut in the West Covina Mall, and I am absolutely in love with their staff. They're really great, and they always get my hair the way I want it to. Like, I've got my hair cut in so many places, and I've had really bad haircuts, and I just recently cut my hair just to get it a little layered in some spots and remove some of the dead ends. And for those of you who actually are terrified of cutting your hair, they're going to cut it really short. At the place that I go in West Covina, if you live in California, it's Master Cuts. If you tell them, like, I don't want to get my hair really, really short, but I want some of the dead ends off, they will literally, like, say this is all your dead ends, like technically this is all my damaged hair. Say all that. If you go anywhere else, they're gonna chop that off. At Master Cuts, they'll get rid of that much. They'll get rid of the parts that you can specifically see where the dead end's in. And once they cut it, they're like, okay, well, it's not so bad up top. We just let it grow. And once it starts growing more, we'll just cut it little by little. It can get pricey. I am aware of that. But I mean, they're really good pricing there. I don't pay over $20 there. It's really well priced there, and it's really great, and you get what you want. And I just highly recommend it. On a quick side note before I end this video, for those of you who are dyeing your hair crazy colors or just dyeing your hair in general, not bleaching but dyeing, if you get hair dye on your hands or on your forehead and you just can't get it off, the best way that I find that works the best, dishwashing soap. I kid you not, dishwashing soap gets it off. Not all the way though. It gets it to where it's like really light. So like say your hands are like this blue, it'll get it this light on your hands or your face. And the way I take it completely off, I don't know what I did with it. At Walgreens, I'm not entirely too sure where else you can purchase it at. I wish I remembered the product name. But there are little, I would say like wipies. They're not alcohol wipies because they don't really dry your face, but they actually take off all of the hair dye that's on your skin, and I'm completely grateful for that because it just makes it a lot easier. And you know how mistakes can happen. It gets on your skin and you're just there with like something on your forehead and you just can't get it off. Another thing that I do though also, I know a lot of people say to put lotion or Vaseline or something if you're a girl and if you wear makeup. Just put foundation on your entire face where your hair could touch, especially right here, because as you can see my hair curves in and it would hit, you know, my chin. Foundation, I find that it's, if you just put, you know, your foundation, and if it gets on your skin, once you wipe off your makeup, it's not on your skin. You just take off your makeup and it's coming off with your makeup, and it doesn't feel so oily and so greasy, so that helps out as well. So that's going to be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoy. If you have any questions or comments, you know, just leave them down below. Let me know what you guys want to see in my next video on this channel. I will put a link in the description below of my other channel that I am hopefully going to be putting videos on. Not anytime soon, but pretty soon. We'll see what happens. I do have a Twitch channel as well and a Twitter that I made. I know that I've posted my other Twitter for the Tiffany B show. That, I mean, it's just too many damn Twitters. So I'm going to be collabing them all together, and you can just follow my main Twitter account. I have a main Twitter and specifically for my gaming channel. So I'll be going back and forth if you want to follow them both. But anyways, go ahead and hit that like button if you like this video and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.